Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful, sunny Derby morning. We'll talk quick. Thank you all so much for coming to this busy intersection in the heart of our city, right here at 4th Street Live in the heart of downtown Louisville. Very excited to showcase a new and exciting program that we have implemented here at Metro Government to address our top priority of public safety in a really unique way. Keeping public safe is the absolute first responsibility of our city government, and we do that in many ways. We do that through our police department, we do that through our fire department and 911 dispatch callers and responders. We also do that by making our roads safe, to do everything that we can to prevent traffic accidents, to protect people from being injured in cars or as pedestrians. And that's critically important right here in our downtown. We're seeing more activity happen week after week, month after month. This week for Derby, but also all weeks as action comes back to downtown and we continue to invest in the heart of our city. In February, Louisville Metro Government announced the Community Crosswalks program, a very exciting program that we're here to talk about today. This allows local artists to install vibrant, artistically designed crosswalks that showcase Louisville's art and cultural scene and also improve safety conditions for pedestrians and cars alike. This program is inspired by a Bluebird Philanthropies program and study that looked at similar programs in other cities, and it crashes and intersections that had great design crosswalks like this. In February, we put out a call for artists asking for unique designs at 4 major crosswalks here in downtown Louisville to be installed this spring. And so now we're able to show those to the world, to the city, and also announce more to come. We're here to show this one off just behind us here at this intersection, which was designed by a local artist, Wilfred Sig III. And we're also announcing that we're opening up the community crosswalks to the larger community. We're going outside of downtown as well to continue this process, to have more art on our streets, to do more to invest in our neighborhoods and make them safe and green and bright and inviting. At the same time, to make our streets safer. The continuation of this program is made in part possible by the generosity of Beth Kuhn, whose powerful personal connection to this program you will hear about shortly. Beth, thank you so much for your generosity, for your vision. This is going to be an amazing program for across all of Louisville, and we at Metro Government are excited to continue investing in the program as well to bring this to more parts of our city. I have just included last week in my budget proposal, announced $50,000 of additional funding for the Community Crosswalks program. So here to talk a little bit more about the Community Crosswalks program, I'd like to introduce Jessica Kincaid, who's the Executive Administrator of our Office for Art and Creative Industries. Jessica?
Thank you very much, Mayor Greenberg. I'm so pleased to be here representing the newly launched Office of Arts and Creative Industries to unveil the first of what is sure to be many more creative installations and projects as the result of an increased investment in Metro's public art proposed in last week's budget address. Public art and arts experiences are so important in shaping identity and authenticity of a place. And as we see in the Crosswalk program, art provides unique opportunities for community involvement in creative city making. Louisville is home to a wealth of talent, and in response to the call for artwork, these initial crosswalks, we heard from so many artists that the Metro Public Art Program hadn't previously been able to engage. I look forward to a wider reach of artist collaboration that this initiative will afford. This program opens a whole new forum in which Louisville artists can create work. It means even more opportunities for artists to make their mark in their own communities and neighborhoods throughout the city. I want to take this moment to thank each of the artists who shared their creative vision and artistic abilities in the launch of this program. Wilfred Sig III, Yvonne Zhao, Moria Magre, Alyssa Burton, Jessica McAlpin, and Chris Chappell. Thanks to each of them, not just for their efforts in creating these wonderful works of art, but for contributing to a new creative approach toward making Louisville a safer place for pedestrians. This program is a prime example of how art can function and artists can collaborate across disciplines to make an impact on important civic issues. These artists worked with members of Metro's Public Works Department, as well as the whole team in the Office of Advanced Planning, who focused on local data and drew from national and international research to develop and tailor this program for Metro. Here to tell us more about this research and the inspiration behind this initiative is Mike King, Director of the Office of Advanced Planning.
Thanks, everybody. Again, my name is Mike King. I'm the Director of Louisville Metro's Office of Advanced Planning. Had a whole list of things I was going to say, but I'm going to keep it a little briefer due to our fun weather that we're having today. I do want to make sure to give a special thanks to Mayor Greenberg for prioritizing this so early in his administration, as well as through his proposed budget. Also, a special thank you to all our local artists who've done such a great job of showcasing the creativity we have and the talent that is so abundant here in the city of Louisville. My team, the advanced planning team at Louisville Metro, for the countless hours that they put in over the last few weeks and months, as well as several other people within Louisville Metro, Downtown Partnership, and several other entities that were part of this. The Community Crosswalks program is something my office has been trying to bring to fruition for several years. A big part of it is to increase sort of the vibrancy and the authenticity of our city through our local artist culture, but also, as the mayor sort of reflected, it's an opportunity to look at safety. Just this year alone, we've already had 13 serious injuries and 8 deaths to pedestrians on our roadways. That goes into a total of 35 fatalities in just 2023. Over the last 3 years, we've had at least 120 people die on our roadways every year. So obviously, what we're doing isn't working, and it's time to try something new. These crosswalks are a great opportunity for us to, again, promote the greatness and sort of the coolness that is Louisville, but also an opportunity for us to say, hey, let's rethink our infrastructure, the infrastructure that the city controls, and provide new opportunities for us to say, hey, let's do some of these quick interventions and hope to see some safety. And our office will continue to monitor that data going forward as we hope to bring some of these safety improvements to fruition. So with that, thank you all very much. Appreciate you coming back, and I will turn it back over to Jessica.
With the official launch of the Community Crosswalk program, artists paired with organizations, neighborhood associations, and community groups can now apply to install asphalt art on Metro-owned roads throughout the city. However, in order to bring a heightened focus on those intersections that pose the highest risk to pedestrian safety, today we are very excited to announce that through the generosity of Beth Kuhn, a fund has been established at the Community Foundation of Louisville to provide $100,000 in matching support for teams who wish to install asphalt art at high-risk intersections. Beth is unfortunately one of the dozens of Louisville pedestrians who has been injured on Metro roads. At this time, I'd like to invite Beth to speak more about her experience and her motivation in supporting the Community Crosswalks program. Beth?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you to Mayor Greenberg, Jessica, and Mike. I can tell already this is really a can-do administration, so it's really exciting to be a part of that. On a lovely spring evening a few years ago, I set out my door with our little white dog, Hannah, to take the same seemingly low-risk walk around our Highlands neighborhood we had taken approximately 2,100 times. Like all those times, Hannah and I crossed several four-way stop intersections with light evening traffic. This time, though, an inattentive driver did not stop for us at the Dundee and Wibbin intersection at Douglas Loop, and his truck struck us instead. An ambulance took me unconscious to the U of L emergency department, and while some effects still and will linger, I recovered from my injuries. A kind bystander graciously took Hannah to the emergency vet, but sadly she did not survive. I swallowed my fear and continued to walk in our and other neighborhoods. I observed the inattention and the rolling stop approach taken by so many drivers and started to seek out ways to improve both design and driver attention to dogs and pedestrians, not to mention cyclists and other vehicles, without heavy-handedness. I thought about the possibility of signs like one I observed in another state that here might say, cost of a rolling stop, $100 plus 3 points on your license. Cost of a full stop, priceless. And wondered if that kind of humor-oriented approach might work here. And then I came across a news item about the Bloomberg-funded painted crosswalk research, explaining that these models were the ultimate win-win. Made cities more beautiful through creative street art and made them safer through attention enhancement for drivers and pedestrians alike. I was hooked and reached out to some city contacts I had to see whether my husband and I might convert some of our sadness and injury into positive improvement. And so here I am, so lucky and grateful to be alive, and here today to offer a matching grant for citywide expansion of the community crosswalk model, targeting high-incident intersections across Metro Louisville and collecting data so we can measure the results. I appreciate the chance to remember Hannah in such a positive way, and perhaps the next time you slide through an intersection slightly distracted, you might just come to a full stop and remember her too. Or perhaps you will simply make a joyful community crosswalk happen in your neighborhood, a wonderful opportunity that helps elevate and protect people and their pets and makes the city of Louisville a better place all around. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth, again for your generous donation and for admirably turning a painful personal experience into an opportunity to make a positive impact in our city. With that, we are excited to open the Community Crosswalks program to the public. We encourage interested groups to visit the program page on the Advanced Planning website to review information regarding eligibility and the application process, and we look forward to seeing what Metro can create. At this time, we'd be happy to take any questions from the media.
Cold weather helps too.
Yeah, it does. Questions to a minimum.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks all.
If you do nothing else,
If you do nothing else.
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 Stay live.